Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my lovely lovelies. Hope everyone's doing good. Uh, doing all right. Doing all right. Still keeping track of my weight. 269 this morning. My highest weight just quite a while, well, about a year or two ago. My highest weight was 338, and as of lately, I'm really trying to lose all that I can before I have the surgery. Just trying to train myself to eat. I had a couple rough days the past couple days. I think that I wasn't eating enough. I think that's what it was because I'm like I literally had like 2 bites of food yesterday, and that was it. Literally 2 bites of food. One was a rigatoni noodle with sauce on it, and the other one was about a piece this big of a soft pretzel. Thought I wanted it. When it came down to actually eating it, no, it didn't work out. So, there's something I want to talk about today, and I can't remember what it was. Hmm, I have no idea. No idea. Anyway, just a little FYI here. I do go back. I do go back to my surgeon on the 12th of this month. The gastric sleeve, the bariatric surgeon. I go back and see him on the 12th. So I'm looking at probably a couple more months. So let's see, what is it? November, December, January, February, March. March will be my fourth and final appointment that my insurance requires before being approved for the surgery. Um, it's not easy, no. And it's weird because I think about food constantly. I know, sick, right? But I do. And, it'll sound really good. And then, like, either as I'm making it or after it's made, I just don't want it anymore. Just don't want it. That's all. Um, I started Taltz for my psoriatic arthritis. I actually think that it's helping. I've got a couple spots on my arms here. They're not real noticeable. Like right there, those 2 spots. Um, it's not real bad. The ones that was on my legs, because my legs were flaring again, but those that were on my legs actually are improving also. And I honestly believe it's because of the totes. It actually works better for the skin than the Humira did. So that's that. I'm also on 1 milligram of Ozempic once a week, and that's helping me with the eating significantly. A lot of people say, oh, it helps with weight loss. Yeah, because you're so damn sick after taking it. No, but like the first 1 milligram dose was a little rough at first. But I've done it, I think, like 3 weeks now. I've been doing the 1 milligram, and it's not so bad. Like a day or two after you take it, you get a little bit of queasiness and whatnot. Um, and then it just goes away and you're okay, but like I said, I still think about um, food and all the great food that I love. Anyway, let's see, there's my pump screen. It'll focus. Anyway, the red bar at the bottom, you probably can't see what it says, but the red bar at the bottom, it says delivery is suspended, and this is the fourth day that I have had my pump, the delivery suspended on it, because I just don't need it. Um, my sugar hasn't been over 116 in the past 4 days. Um, I'm still connected to it. I just don't have it flowing. I don't have it, going through. So, yeah, that's about it. Oh, I can't think of anything else that's going on. Tomorrow I'm going to take my little man. I'd like to take him to get a haircut. Uh, so I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And then after that, um, I have so much crap to do here. I was at Sam's the other day, so I've got like a ton of meat in my fridge, and I just need to separate, break it down into packages that I can freeze for, like dinner use sizes instead of like a whole pack of whatever. I've got hot dogs to do, I've got pork chops to do, boneless, of course. I've got boneless skinless chicken breast uh, to do. I need to get all that crap separated and put in the freezer. Um, Nothing's really going on here. What can I complain about? Let me see. Let me just think of something that just pisses me the fuck off and I can't deal with it. Um, oh, tell you what really pisses me the fuck off. People who don't take care of their kids. Earlier today I got on this. I got on a roll with watching YouTube videos, and I don't know why I do this to myself, but I do. And in said videos, they were about parents who leave their kids in a vehicle, in a hot vehicle, in a cold vehicle, to go shopping. I like how they say, well, the baby was asleep. Okay. And and then they get all crying when they start slapping the handcuffs on them. And I'm sitting here like, bitch, really? You don't know why you're being taken into custody? Really? Um, I know people can make mistakes. Trust me, I know this. But if your cell phone was in the back seat, you would check and you would get it before you got out of the car. Maybe do the same for your kids. Act like you care at least. Sometimes I think it may be the best thing for kids because then they might get placed within a home that it will remember they're in the back seat. Anyway, uh, I guess January, we're going to be under the rule of a dictator. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Don't care. Don't care. I'm not trying to change your mind if you don't agree with me because it ain't going to happen. Just like I'm not going to change my mind. It ain't going to happen. That's all there is to it. I just wonder how many other rights they're going to take away from women. You know, excuse me. My husband and I tried to have a baby for 17 years. In that course of 17 years, we had 5 miscarriages. Um, 2 of those, the baby did not leave my body after it was dead. Um, my body just wouldn't reject it for whatever reason. So they had to go in and do a D&C, which you know what that consists of. I like to call it a dusting and cleaning. But yeah, the whole point of me having those though were to remove the dead fetus that was in me because if not, it could have turned me septic. Um, so they offered, since there was no heartbeat and there wasn't going to be a heartbeat, I chose to go ahead and let my doctor take care of it for me instead of just going home and waiting for it to happen naturally or waiting for it to kill me because I become sepsis. So then when I was pregnant with all the time, do this all the time. So when I got pregnant with Corey, before we even knew that we were having a boy, I tested positive um, for trisomy, not I, but Corey. There was a lab that came back showing that basically that he had trisomy 18, which anybody that knows anything about trisomy 18 knows it's no joke. Um, Most babies don't survive. Um, More girls survive than boys. They could be born with, of course, developmental physical delays. They can be born with organs outside of their body. They can be dead when they're born. Um, Terrible things. Most trisomy 18 babies do not live. They do not make it. Most. So when that came up, they called me and they told me, and all I'm thinking is, Jesus Christ, what to do? What to do? Am I going to put this baby and myself at risk by seeing if, ride it out, see what happens, see how bad it is? So my doctor gave me that option that he could take care of it. No, excuse me, she. It was his PA at the time. God, I just love her too. But anyway, she said that they could take care of it there, at the hospital. A Catholic hospital was willing to give me an abortion because the pregnancy would further endanger my life and the baby's life. I chose no. They said, "Hey, buddy, do you need mom?" Okay, yeah, I'm just doing a video. That's all. So they said that they can do this other test called a maternity T21. Now, this was 11 years ago. So what they do with that maternity T21, it's a blood test. It gives them a better in-depth look at the um, chromosomes. Um, they did the test. They had to ask my permission first, mainly because I think it was like a $3,000 test at the time. And the insurance would not pay for it because they did not deem it medically necessary for me to have that done. Um, Crazy thing is, I never got a bill for it. I had it done, and I never got a bill for it. So whatever magic they worked there for me. So I was at work, and my phone rings, and I answer it, and it is the doctor, not the PA, but the doctor. And he says, "Catherine, we got your test results back, and I thought instead of you waiting to go to your appointment here in a week with the uh, specialist, that I thought I would call and give you the results." And I said, "Okay." And my heart's just like up in my throat. And all I kept thinking as they were talking is, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't handle this. I can't do this. I can't. But I obviously did. So I got out of the vehicle. I had clients with me in a vehicle. There was another staff member in the vehicle with the clients. So I got out and I was standing there. We were at a bowling lane. This is where we were taking our clients that day. So standing outside in the parking lot of the bowling lanes. And he tells me, he says, "You had a false positive for trisomy 18." And I said, "What?" And he said, "It was a false positive." He said, "Sometimes it happens." He said, "It's not common that we see it, but it has happened, and we do see it on a rare occasion." But it was a false positive. I said, "So my baby doesn't have trisomy 18?" And he said, "No." Of course, I began sobbing. It, when I was a kid and everyone always said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I always wanted to be a mom. That's it. I just always wanted to be a mom. Now, I wanted a lot of kids. I wanted to have a lot of kids. But after I got pregnant with Corey and it was successful, I thought, you know what? Why push it? And he's so perfect. I don't need another baby. So anyway, yeah, and he told me, of course I was sobbing on the phone, and he says, Catherine, Catherine. And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Do you want to know the sex of your baby?" He said, "We could see the sex of your baby in the chromosomes." And I said, "Yes," because I just wanted to tell my husband so bad, whether it was a boy or girl. And he said, "Your baby boy is perfectly healthy." And oh my God, you want to talk about sobbing? I took it to another level. If anybody heard me, they'd have thought that I was crazy out of my mind. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. definitely. So then I got to call my husband and I got to tell him about the results. And I did. And I said, you understand that we were ever to have a child, that if it was a girl, I would name her. And if it was a boy, he would name him. So it was a boy. And I told him, I said, start picking out some names, Daddy. We have a boy. So I chose not to have an abortion. And it was my choice. Even if I would have had an abortion, it would have been because it was my choice. So, that being said, let's keep strong, America. Keep strong. That's all I can tell you. We're in a bad way, and we're going to remain in a bad way for quite some time. So, oh, yeah, one more thing. All right.